Hello, hello. What's going on, everyone? Make sure the chat's working. Perfect. Okay. We're good to go. What up? Damn. Where was I at last? I just hit level 10,000. Perfect. All right. So. Wonderful. Okay. So. Let me move my mic because I adjusted some settings. Forgot to do this right before I started. Hello, hello. Test, test. Let me know if I'm too loud, please. I'm going to check audio myself. I don't think I'm too loud. We'll see. Oh my gosh. I'm in base form. Okay, yeah, I sound pretty good. All right, perfect. OMG, early hour lag. Wow, it's bad. That was like 20 to 30 seconds of lag right there. Good old on time. Hey Google, please turn on the recording light. Lighting. There we go. Okay. I need to make sure we get the on time fixed for the patch, because that is like real bad, real annoying. Yeah, let me add that to my notes real quick. Excuse me, because I don't want to. Don't want to be experiencing that. I'm sure it makes it quite obnoxious to play. What up, Rook?
I don't remember being here. Where am I?
Dragon Look Apollo podcast. Isekai'd. You wake up. Where am I? Dragon Look Apollo podcast. That's where you. I'm gonna go see where I was at with my last quest. Like, was I getting my ass beat or was I just training to train? Dude, I would love for like weights and stuff. Just feel like they'd be so fun. I feel like that's one thing that would make the server just a lot more fun in general. Just different ways to train, right? Because like, man, just doing challengers. I don't think there's anything we could physically change about the game to make challengers and questing just more fun to repeat. Like, they're never gonna be fun to redo the same thing over and over, right? Like, any game you play, doing a quest over and over is just not the highlight, right?
Where's my milk delivery TP?
Dude, honestly though, a quest that you can repeat that was just like Roshi milk delivery, I don't know if I'm certain about this, but like, I think it would actually be kind of fun. It's just, how do you scale that? Does it just, because if it gives any decent amount of, like, if it gives too little TP, it's not worth it. And if it gives too much, it's like broken because you're not actually fighting or using any heals or anything, right? I guess that's where you just make it kind of tedious and inconvenient, right? Disable flight. There's a lot of ways to make this fun. Realized I haven't even linked the podcast at all. I'm gonna link it on the Discord with a not with an ad, everyone, just with a little at podcast alerts. Totally forgot to do that. Okay, let me go ahead and link it in game for anyone who's in game that wants to jump in.
Hey, no jumping. I think milk delivery, if we do numbers smart, we could do a percentage thing.
Oh, yeah.
But not like a crazy one.
Yeah, totally. Got a train. Okay, so I just need... Yeah, I'm gonna get to... What stat do I want to up? Well, I definitely want to level third form. So maybe let me see if I can get some third form souls. Is this a possibility? Does anybody I have drop tier 2 yet? Sell, but he's incredibly strong to farm. I don't think that's the move. Let me see if I can beat this android.
This guy's taking people's souls.
Oh, does this guy not even damage me? Oh, he does, but barely. All I gotta do is get my racial state bar up and I'm good. This is the farm. Oh my lord. Dude, key attacks hurt the ears.
Yeah,
don't usually
damage really affects your gameplay.
No, like literally. Like I just got verbally flashbanged and that did more damage than the key blast itself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a combat technique.
It's like a
punch him.
Yeah, it's literally like a solar flare, except not and painful. Oh, that's weird. I'm looking at YouTube, and YouTube does a thing where it says from the series, and I guess it lists videos from the same playlist, and it lists the Dragon Ball Apollo playlist, so stuff with like the trailer and stuff, instead of the podcast playlist. That's a little silly. I think that's probably because I chose Dragon Ball Apollo as the first playlist that it's in. We'll change that. That's odd. Hopefully it works like that. I don't think so. I should probably only put it in one playlist for that reason. What's up, Reese? Nice to see you in the podcast. Oh, I don't want to watch this popped out. How you doing, man? Oh my gosh, that's so loud. I'm gonna turn it down more, dude. We should change audio effects, like key and punching and everything in combat, because I don't think I'm confident in launching with Jin's very dated key blasted sounds, because I'm pretty sure those are just like, I don't know where he got them from, but I don't think they're original. I think they're probably from the, I mean, he has clips from the thing in the, for like the Kamehameha and stuff in DBC, so I would assume they're probably just also from the show. But we should.
It's cool. I can make an ultimate sound pack where I just rub a bunch of different metal things together.
Yeah, like it truly wouldn't be that hard to make a, you know. It just fucking make the sound effects like all just my voice. Pow! Boom! That would be funny for like 30 seconds. And then it would not be funny. It'd be like an April Fool's thing, but we don't have a big enough team to do April Fool's funnies like that.
Just make like a tiny chance.
A tiny what?
Just a tiny chance. Like you just get the normal thwacks and then just bonk. Jump scare.
Yeah, that would actually be funny. Like fucking 0.5% chance to happen. So like you no, probably less than that. You just hear it like once every time you play. You know, like play for a few hours, you just occasionally hear it and you're like, wait, what? I think a lot of people play with their audio off though, just because the audio sound effects aren't impressive. So you just assume, you know what I mean? It becomes the norm.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, well, these aren't great, so I'm not gonna play with audio on. I'm super excited for combat. You know, we need to get, hopefully, get some new people on the team to help out with some things. Animations, models, all that kind of stuff we're going to be doing for anyone watching. If you guys have any experience with that by chance, anyone in the stream, you know, feel free to reach out just in the Discord anywhere. I'll be making an actual, like, probably like just a Google form at this point. I guess I could just make more Discord applications for it, huh? I hate this challenger map. Why does it always put me in here? This is cruel and unusual punishment. You think we should make like a Google form for applications, or just keep using Discord stuff? One of them you can link in game. Technically, both of them can be linked in game, except the Discord one, you got to be like, go to our Discord and then do this. I feel like having a Google form would make more sense, because then we could just be like, here's the link, apply. Well, honestly, man, most of the people that are on our team weren't experienced in the thing until they were. Like, with few exceptions. Like, usually people that end up doing texture work, like Rook here. Like, Rook, if I'm not mistaken, you had done some art stuff before, right? Like, before you joined the team?
No, I just drew in my notebook.
So, like, normal human being stuff. And then he sent one faithful day, he sent a Goku smile face or whatever it was, like an open mouth happy Goku. And now 4 almost years later, he's doing things. But yeah, it depends. I mean, you know, you wanted to join the team and help out, you could always, you know, learn stuff. I don't know. It's obviously a decision you'd have to make. I don't want to, you know, like if you have no interest in ever doing animations or modeling and you only do it to like help, that's I wouldn't suggest that. You know, I want team members to be passionate about things they do. If you're an aspiring modeler though, then that's perfect. Because like, I was thinking about,
and be like, yeah, that's fun.
Right. I was thinking about this the other day. It's like, at the end of the day, our models and even animations are literally just like low budget video game assets. Like they're low poly, which is a design style for some games to make it easier to make models. Like a lot of indie games go low poly because they can't physically do the high poly. It'd be way too expensive to pay for people to do that for them. So they just do what they can with their team, which is basically the advantage we get. Because we make low poly things, because it's Minecraft, right? Any other positions? I mean, texturing, like if you have any experience drawing, right? Like if you can draw some auras, draw some particles, literally any kind of drawing we could find a use for. We want to do different block textures. That's texturing in a way. I feel like block textures they're like a weird kind of drawing, because I don't necessarily think you need to know how to do that. That makes sense. But also testing, the one that, you know, is just genuinely playing the game and giving us feedback and helping us shape the next update, pretty much, you know? There's not really much to test for combat right now because, you know, still in the very early stages of it where everything's internal. But we probably won't even be hiring testers up until, like, you know, later down the line.
Hiring is a strong word. It's accepting volunteers.
Yeah. Especially for testers. We won't be recruiting.
You have been drafted. Do not resist.
Dude, start drafting people. Oh, that would be funny. You log into the server, you're stuck in place. Join this Discord and to get unfrozen or whatever. What happened to all the players who used to play about a year ago came back?
Your freedom back.
What's kind of disappeared? That's a great question. We don't particularly know. I wish I could answer that. Suppose people are just busy, you know, waiting for the next update. The last update was pretty well. This last update, MP3, it was pretty well focused on genuinely just making the game better all around, quality of life everywhere, just making everything better. But you know, for some people that isn't exactly what they want or expect in a game, I feel. So I feel a lot of people are probably just waiting for the next exciting change where they can come back and play again, right? Because at the end of the day, the last update didn't remake things in a way that like replaying the game makes sense for some people. For certain people, replaying the game, you might just do it because you love the game, right? Like, but so I think some people, I think we made a bit of a mistake talking about combat update a little too early, like way too early. You know, before MP3 was even done, close to done. Combat was talked about. Shit, I think as soon as MP3 started, we were talking about combat, which was a mistake in hindsight because you get people more excited for the next thing while one thing's still happening, right? Like, I mean, imagine a game's coming out and they're already talking about a DLC before the game's even released, right? Like, they immediately tell you a DLC is going to be coming a few months later, and you're like, oh, well, I'll just wait to buy the game until then or something, right? I think it's kind of there. Because genuinely everyone that was playing, like even right before the update, I feel like the update comes out, you experience the content. We had great numbers when the update came out, and then some time passes and you're like, well, I'm just gonna wait until they do a lot more so I can come back and blah blah blah, you know. And I think it's a good thing that most people don't want to burn themselves out. I think it's important, you know, moderation, anything you do, especially a game like this where you grind a crap ton. Teleport all the way over there here. It's odd.
I think it's rough because we want to strike a balance between like getting ourselves out there, but also working on the stuff that we want to get done, and both of those are time sinks.
Yeah, like I don't even it's weird because, you know, that's a question that's perplexed us internally for some time. It's like we released this really great update that took us 2 years, right? And you know, you could debate whether it was worth the time or not. That's not what I'm going to talk about, but we changed a shit ton of stuff and it was a huge update through and through. And I think it wasn't, I don't know. I think the way, like Rook here used this word, people were just whelmed. Nobody was overwhelmed because the thing is we spread ourselves so thin with this update of 2 years of development that it wasn't 2 years working on a specific thing. It was character creation, quick selection, racial states, every little thing, you know what I mean? All over the place. So it was like a scattershot shotgun blast, and it didn't really hurt that much, if that makes sense, right? Because for some people, it just didn't land. Some people just didn't care about, oh, we remade crates. Didn't matter to some people. Oh, character creation, don't really care. Quick selection, don't really care. And then there's some issues with quick selection that need to be fixed. Yeah, we've considered content outside of canon, but why would we even do that if we haven't even finished the canon yet? I mean, probably not heroes. That content is like really far outside of... If we were gonna do non-canon, it would probably actually be fan-made before it'd be heroes. Because heroes is just straight up nonsensical. Like, it's straight up just made to sell toys. So, it really doesn't make much sense.
From a cosmetic standpoint, maybe.
Yeah, we might implement certain things, but it's definitely not going to be a full adaptation. Like, I mean, Golden Cooler comes to mind. We made Golden the Ascended God form, and then we made Fifth form the Primal form, and we don't ever want those to stack, and that's an immediate conflict. And there's like 10 other things they did that are just silly and contradictory to their own canon, but, you know, I know it's not canon, but I don't know. But yeah, we still have like actual super content. So like we're not really in a rush. GT is just like the movies for us. It was a side departure of content. Frankly, the fact that it's been this long since our last super content probably also doesn't help the whole player situation. Because like, you know, GT took a year from U6. So you wait 1 year, but then you get 50 quests, and GT was like literally late game content. Like I think it ends right around U6. But then we waited 2 years and blah, 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 the whole scattershot of MP3 did a lot of things that might not have landed for some people. And then also, the content was definitely not what people would want, because it's like it was totally mid game. Like MP3, you literally get nothing out of it unless you replay the game, right? So, and then for like everyone late game, like what do? Go get racial states and farm it as your max character? That's not really fun. Farming racial states when you're already max is like the epitome of like an annoying farm. You just have to sit there, right? Which is obviously not the intended way to do it. You're supposed to actually get it while you're playing. But yeah. But I don't really know what we'd even adapt from Dragon Ball Fusions, the game. Was it a series? I think it was just a game. But like I don't even know what we'd adapt from it. Isn't the whole point? I actually have not played the game, so fill me in if I'm missing things. But like, isn't the whole thing just a bunch of random ass fusions of characters? I totally haven't played it, so no clue. I'm not really a Dragon Ball fanatic as much as like I've really only touched like the super basic stuff. I was into Dokkan for some time, but fell off that. That was like the epitome of my Dragon Ball knowledge for quite some time. Dokkan, and I think
Not
Dokkan
much of a
would.
Dragon Ball fan, honestly.
I know it's ironic, right? Well, there's certain things I'm fans of, but like I don't think I'm a fan of any particular franchise that I'd play everything they do. I know a lot of people. Major power creeps are probably not a good idea. Fused form. What does fused forms even mean? Like fusing Super Saiyan with 5-man fusion? Yeah. I just don't see any point. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think there's cooler things to do than just stupid. Okay, so like things like crazy fusions of 5 people come about because whoever's making that game is bored as shit and has literally nothing better to do. Whereas like we still have a ton of shit to do, you know, a ton of actually cool stuff. Not, I don't know. It's. I'm not trying to shit on the idea in case you like it, but like we have a lot of things to do that are still very canon and still very like based in Dragon Ball. I don't know. Once you start getting to like 5-man fusion, it's like you're out of ideas is kind of the point I'm getting at. Do you know what I'm saying? Like we still have to add fucking Potara fusion before we worry about 5-man Metamoran fusion. That's my thing. Potato fusion. Earring. Professor Dickhead.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Can't just use my real name.
Wait, what's the name that is like that people call Dick, but it's actually what name is that?
Richard?
Yes, Richard. Why is that a thing?
Oh.
Richard, how the hell does Richard get shortened to Dick? Yeah, and that's like the game called Dragon Ball Fusion makes I mean, well, first off, the game's not 32-bit, but oh, you mean 2.14 bill? No, because none of our numbers really get that stupidly high. Frankly, when games, when like other servers hit that limit, I'm just sitting there like, why the fuck do you need such inflated numbers? Why do you even need to get into the billions? Just deflate your numbers and be normal. But I think it's because people like seeing a billion over a million, right? Like it looks cooler. What's up?
There's been like we're not the first people by any means to work in 32-bit systems. There's like number crunching and all sorts of things that exist specifically to get around those.
You could just make your number a long instead of an integer.
Well, even then, like if you're using a 32-bit integer, you can do number crunching like what's it called? Adventure Capitalist. You know how it does the M blah blah blah.
Yes.
You
literally just store your 1 million as a 1, and then all, you know what I mean, like shit like that.
Yep.
It's like, honestly, the issues other DBC servers run into purely come from the fact that they don't like outright change the game's core. We are like mostly our own code at this point. I'm actually going through in the combat update. Just the last week, I've been removing a crap ton of DBC reliance, like just us using DBC methods. So we're transitioning from, I wouldn't call us a DBC add-on, but we rely like an add-on would on the core mod. And I'm removing pretty much most of that in favor of our own versions of it. Like if it's, oh, get the player's skill level, I'm going to switch to our own and improve whatever. You know what I mean? Just a lot of internal changes so that we eventually want to remove the DBC mod, which sounds crazy, but it makes a lot more sense than it sounds like. Or it's a lot easier than it sounds like, because we've been slowly migrating away, and that's what we're going to continue doing. Like we're not really rushing to do it because it's not going to outright change or whatever anything. So we're just like slowly shifting when convenient. There's quite a lot of internal stuff we have to change to do that. So it's no rush. I mean, it's an exciting thing though, because, you know, I've been playing DBC since like 2015 myself, and I've been running servers since, give or take, 2016, 2017, DBC servers. So like it's really surreal to be talking and be serious that like I'm just gonna remove the DBC mod, because functionally we'll always be we're always gonna be Dragon Block C in a way. Like you're gonna look at us even 5 years from now, you'll be like, I still see some Dragon Block C there, and that's kind of the idea, right? Because I'll answer your question in one moment. I got a rant about this. But like, I feel like DBC at its core is a very amazing mod. So like the reason I'm moving away from DBC isn't because DBC sucks. DBC is foundationally flawed and we need to remake it. If that was the case, I would have made my own mod, right? Like straight up, just 4 years ago, I didn't have the coding ability then at all, but like, you know, I would have been aiming for that from the start. But the idea is just refreshing DBC, tidying it up. As for if we move away from DBC to our own mod, what would we name it? Dragon Block Apollo client mod. It's not going to be called anything because it's not going to be available publicly. Like, it's only going to work on the server. I don't have any plans for it to be a mod that people can use, because literally everything I code is intended for Dragon Block Apollo. And nothing would work if you don't have the server mod. And I constantly move more stuff to be server dependent in a way that, like, without that third mod that nobody has access to, you can't do anything. And that's by design, because frankly, I'm not at a point in my development where I want to be managing a public mod and dealing with other server owners having issues with it and all those kind of things. It would be kind of cool though. It'd honestly be a kind of cool full circle moment one day to have my own mod inspired by Dragon Block C that can kind of, like, I don't know, carry the torch or something of that sort. I'd love to do that, but definitely not anytime soon. I have a lot of other ventures I want to do first, you know. Hell, before I ever even do that, I'd like to make another server. So, you know. But it also depends, because, like, how do you even make this mod single player compatible? What do you do? We don't have anything for the wild, and the wild is basically single player. It's the closest you can get to it on the server, right? But like, we don't have that single player story system that DBC had. So we're like, we'd have to do quite a lot to even get to single player functionality. And server functionality would be a lot simpler, but like, nothing's a config. Every number you see in Apollo is hard coded, or in some class somewhere that can be edited, obviously, by me. But like, there's no config, so that nobody could tweak numbers. So it's like, I'm working on translations right now, adding translation support so that, like, you know, all the text, you know, your level in the menu can be in French, so someone can go translate that for us. And it's kind of the same thing with config, because I have to go replace level, the string, with the reference to the translation file, so that, you know, it will know, okay, grab the English one, okay, grab the French one, etc. So it's kind of the same thing with config. I'd have to go replace a lot of things. And, yeah, I don't know, maybe a few years. Oh, totally. Tell them to reach out, Shirley, because what we're gonna do with translations is it's gonna be community sourced. Like, we're gonna have a website you go to, and you can see everything that needs to be translated. All the languages will be listed. The website's called Crowdin, so if you just look that up, you can get an idea of what it will look like. It will just be a simple, like, you I don't know, make an account or something on the site, and then just submit translation requests, and we can accept them and put them in the game. So every so often we'll just push out a little patch with a bunch of translation work done on it. But again, like, I'm not even opening it yet because, like, I have a shit ton of stuff to do before anybody can even, like, translate one thing. Because, like, I'm not going to launch translation if we only have, like, I don't even know how much of the game I've translated. It's definitely, like, a few percent, single-digit percent. And by, sorry, I don't mean translated. I mean added translation support. I'm not translating anything because I only speak English, and I'm not going to go do, like, lazy translation because that's just going to read shit. If I'm translating the game to French, I'm not going to go use basically Google Translate. That would just be incredibly, like, I don't disrespectful, because you put Google Translate in front of any non-English speaker, they're just going to be like, why is this worded so shit? And they'll almost be disrespected, I feel, you know? It's like, they can definitely tell it's not native. So yeah, that's why it's going to be community-based. It's like, to the point where, like, I'd probably have to spend quite a lot of money to get an AI that could actually do it in a fluent manner. You know, this is a offshoot of this, but, like, it totally just clicked for me. Why hasn't Google Translate or any of the translation softwares actually gotten good over, like, the last decade or two they've been around? Because they're going to sell it being good, you know? They're going to make it good, and they're going to make you pay for that. They're not just going to be like, we're good now for free, you know? Don't you think Google Translate probably could have made a lot of the translations better, like, a decade ago? I don't know. I remember when I was in high school, like 6-7 years ago, taking a Spanish class, and, like, you know, obviously didn't actually pay attention, so, like, I'd be translating shit, and it'd always be awful. And it's still awful today. And I feel like doesn't check out. I think that's one thing.
It's not horrible anymore. It's like, okay.
It's like passable, but it's like been passable. Maybe there's also an angle where it's like people that cheat on homework and things of that sort. Like, the translate gets the job done if you're trying to talk to someone, right? Like, it accomplishes the task of being able to speak in that language and them understand you. But, like, it's not going to be a fluent conversation. So, like, it works, literally. But it doesn't work well enough for you to, I don't know, pass a fucking college Spanish course or something crazy, like, without some understanding. Which is probably a good thing, to be frank. It's like, you know, people cheating on their homework with AI in general. That same kind of issue. Hey man, the other classes finally got the language class update, where you can just cheat on your homework. Again, bro, Quizlet's been around forever. Classic. But, what language? Or were you talking about a person when you said a translator? We've definitely considered adding custom content. Some people on the team even want to work on it. It's just like, again, I'm just going to always come back to, like, let's finish the actual content first, right? Like, let's not work on custom content. Let's not work on fucking Dragon Block Apollo what ifs before we've actually finished, like, you know, Super Saga? Arguably human? Gasp. Okay, I was just making sure you didn't mean like a mod or something that translates chat or something of that sort. You're good. Yeah, definitely send them my way. I'd love what languages do they speak or are able to translate? Every language. Maybe they're not a human if they could translate every fucking language. I feel like if someone knew like fucking 6 languages, I don't think they'd be doing volunteer translate work on a Minecraft server. You know, I feel like they'd probably be doing something very important with themselves. Like Fanta can speak a few languages to some extent because, you know, his job at some point needed that. And obviously that was an important job. Four decks. Level up my decks one more time and I'm going to attempt the quest.
You people are getting decks?
Dude. What languages do they know, Reese? Learning their 3rd language. That is impressive. Yeah, sure.
We left.
gonna show you all a little teaser real quick on the stream. We'll show them the tail, Rook. I want to get some feedback. It's gonna be showing off in a few days anyway.
Show them my tail like that.
I'm whipping your tail out. It definitely sounds like it should be in a. For sure, some people call it a tail, third leg, if you will.
I'm a tripod.
That's... Wow.
That was the funniest. I had a friend that kept saying that when he was playing Cyberpunk.
All right, here I can show this on stream. Let me get it ready. All right, so this is a tail. Don't mind the other animation that's playing. That'll be shown off in a few days anyway. I'll elaborate. Hopefully it's the right screen. Okay, there we go. All right, so you guys can see this. Look at that tail. It's fluffy and really cool, and look how it animates. This is like not the best example of it, but like it's a very fluid animation, and the tail looks very good. I don't know. I'm very happy with it. Totally just pulled up my Discord DMs. That's okay. There's nothing.
That's the neat part. It's just flat planes and
yeah, it's not like this isn't some crazy like high poly model here. I'll share a screen in the editor real quick. It's nothing crazy. There you go. So, you know, it's literally just some cubes, right? At the end of the day, it's just 2D fur. Wrong one. I don't know what the fuck I'm moving. Oh, I'm moving the pivot points. Oopsie daisy. Yeah, it's just a piece of 2D fur. And they're just layered a lot to look, you know, like fur. It's cool. Very, very cool. Rook here did the textures. And it's very epic. I'm like super proud of this because it almost like looks too good for Minecraft is how it feels. But like I think it's toed in the line of like any better looking in quotes, like any higher fidelity or more fur, and it would just start being like, why is this in Minecraft? But I think we toed the line pretty okay in my eyes. I know that's hella subjective, but we did pretty good at it. I won't elaborate on it too much, but we're gonna be animating the character models, and we'll be showing that off very soon here. So that's why I was talking about animations earlier. We're gonna be going full animation on the character models, and it's gonna be fucking cool looking. I'm super pumped for it. So hopefully we can recruit some animators to the team, because right now we only have one guy who's primarily doing it, and he's going to be a busy fella, and I don't feel comfortable giving him the full brunt of the animation work. So if it only does end up being him, then we just won't be doing as much because I'm not gonna be overloading the guy with work. So, but you know, eventually things take time. Small team, right? Luckily, the animating process is actually relatively simple because again, it's back to what I was talking about earlier, where it's like we make low poly models, right? Like they're just low quality inherently. Things are cubes, so like the modeling work is just inherently easier because you don't need to worry about it being round and pretty and perfect. You just make some squares. You know what I mean?
Oh. Now hold on a minute, buddy.
It's simple, bro. Anybody can do it. Anybody can do it, Rook.
You know what? You're right. See ya.
Oh fuck! Backfired. I actually think like as far as like I was thinking because like I joined the Block Bench Discord. Are you in there, Rook?
No.
Okay. I joined there. I joined there and like I was looking at like people because me and Byte were talking and we were talking about models and stuff, and I was like, I'm gonna go see people's portfolios and some stuff like that. And it's like the more I think about it, what do we even need modeled? Like, do we actually need more modeling people? I don't know, because our entire workflow is kind of based around what you and Munchkin can pull off right now, and you guys are both so busy with other tasks in life that like I just haven't really considered how many more things we could go and model and make look pretty, right? It just has not crossed my mind. Because, like, I don't know, we pulled off character creation pretty well with a bunch of head models and stuff of that sort, but, like, how much more do we even need to be animating, right? Or modeling, excuse me. Like, is there anything that sticks out to you?
I can't do hair and I can't do animals. Well, the
Well,
texture animals, I
hair
can do
shouldn't
that.
be done. We shouldn't be modeling hair at all. That's silly. Jin
Well-
made a fucking amazing hair system, and it should be used. Modeling hair is just an utter waste of time. Because even if you could make hair that looks better than Jin's, it's probably going to take you way longer than it would be me just putting the time in to code to make DBC hair even more in depth, right? That
Okay,
makes
let me be
sense.
a little bit more specific.
Go ahead.
Super Saiyan 3 hair.
Oh, totally. That's going to need to be a model. But do you think we could make DBC hair system work in a way that Super Saiyan 3, like if we just unlock it and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Mm.
Don't even need to finish that. We can do it.
Oh yeah, we're going to be adding a third path, Reese. I won't elaborate, but yes, we have plans. We have more than just plans. We're already quite like past the consideration phase. We already know what we're going to do. Let me put it like that.
Options are fun.
Yeah. I mean, Rook, I feel like you actually could accomplish Super Saiyan 3 because you just make the ugly long part where you just make a bunch of strands comb over and a long ass comb over, and then you just put a normal hair under it to make it not look ugly as shit. You know what? What if you, okay, so you know my little like Natsu hair I default to wearing all the time? If you just slapped the ugly comb over Super Saiyan 3 hair on that, like a new one that's normal hair system, I think that would almost look good, and then you get custom Super Saiyan 3 hair that's not just Super Saiyan 3 preset, right? Because the fact that it just becomes Super Saiyan 3 model is kind of stinky, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
That'd be exciting. I think I could. The hair? Or what do you mean fur? Because I don't think, not at all. Minecraft's engine's age doesn't mean anything. This is just Java, dude. Like, people, this is a little bit of a rant I'm gonna go on. It's not targeted at you, but I just want to point this out that, like, a lot of modders use Minecraft version as an excuse for being, like, lazy and just doing low quality work in old versions. You can accomplish a fuck ton on 1.7. Things are easier on new versions, but you could still damn near do everything on old versions. You just won't have your hand held. You like literally have to make it work. Like animations, I made them work by literally coding the damn thing to read the animation file. That was very manual and very annoying. And I feel like there's this narrative that like old versions of Minecraft are incapable of such things. Which, yeah, they're incapable, but you can make it capable. Out of the box, they're incapable, right? Make it happen. Yeah, no worries. I totally get it. It's just a vent for me because like all the time people ask me like, are you guys planning on upgrading versions? I'm like, man, there's not really a need to. Like, I would like to upgrade versions because I think it'd just be nice for on the side of like plugins and stuff, and I think we might have better server stability for like general modded because we use mods and plugins, and that's not amazing in this version. And the only solution is like removing all the plugins, which we have some plugins that are absolutely core that I wouldn't even imagine recoding. Some of them, a lot of them still get maintained today, so I'm just sitting there like, it'd be a complete waste of my time to make this myself. Like, they do it damn good, and I would only do it worse. Is like some of our plugins. But, you know. I mean, hell, like, even something like DBV, that's also on 1.7. I honestly, they're a perfect example I like to point to because, like, people will be like, how are you guys going to keep, how are you going to do this, and that in the version? It's like, dude, look at DBV. Everything they've accomplished, we can also accomplish. Same version of the game, right?
I 1.7 is that their new version.
Nope, 1.7.
Huh.
Aegis is staying on that version for the same reason of he knows that version, and he doesn't want to go learn a new one because it would have slowed down his dev, which I absolutely agree with. Me going to learn 1.12 would end up taking months of my dev time when I already understand 1.7 pretty damn in-depth, and I'm still learning new things every day. So I've heard like the reason people didn't like the because Minecraft just changed so much internally, which makes sense, but like for a modder, that's the issue with modding not being officially supported, man. It's just like a fucking it's a fucking void of like nobody helps. And like hell, even the modding forums are pretty terrible for support. And like, if we had official modding support, man, life would be so great. Because, you know, then they'd actually give a fuck to maintain things and make things functional version to version. Like modding, make sure modding doesn't just because modding outright changes update to update because, I don't know, the modding core is just made by like a small group of people. And like, I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of it to that depth, but, no, even beyond like how big DBV is, I think, you know, it's a huge fucking project. So I'm not gonna get into like how long it's taken and all those things, but it's a big ass project. So, you know, a small team just like us, but yeah, my point with DBV is just a lot of things are possible. They've accomplished a shit ton in that version of Minecraft, same version we're in. So inspiring in that manner. I got my phone. I think got a package coming soon. I want to make sure if it's here, I can go get it. No update yet. I'll go check in like 30 minutes because it said 2 to 5 p.m. and it is 2:46. I want to make sure I don't miss it. Please do not add a dating simulator to the server. Well, good news. No plans to.
Yeah, no, that's what the dating sim game releasing in 2027 is for.
That's right. What he said. I mean, you know, frankly, I think the something to consider.
In order for it to be good, we have to devote way too much time to that.
Why you're taking it so seriously? But I was.
It's just.
No, Rook. What I was gonna say. What I was gonna say was actually, I think there'd be an outsized impact to the community if we created a dating sim, being that our audience is Dragon Ball fans. I think there would be an outsized impact for us providing that community service.
Community service.
You get the meme now. Oh. But no, we're not fucking making no dating sim. How many other DBC servers are active these days? I've heard no news outside of Apollo. Me neither, because I don't keep up with anything DBC. I just work on my little server, keep to myself, don't bother nobody. I'm just doing my own thing for real, for real. What that guy said.
Thank you, random citizen.
I haven't played like any DBC server forever. This is like, I don't even play my own server super much because I spend most of my time developing, and then when I'm not, I'm like, I don't really play Minecraft that much, and when I do, I play modded or like other mods. I don't know. You know, in my free time, I don't want to like go play more DBC. I'm looking at it like all day when I'm working, so. I believe Chaos is another one of like the official servers, 0S and Chaos. I think they're both official in quotes. I don't know how that works, but I think they work. Same idea there. Man, I hate the narrative. Why can I ask Omen, in your eyes, what does it having few players, like what does it matter? I'm curious. Because people always say that. They're like, oh man, this server doesn't have many players. So whatever. It's like, why does it matter? A server, unless like they plan on closing it because nobody's playing, then that matters. Because for me, it's like, I like some people will join Apollo and be like, man, I used to have so many players, and it's like, what does it matter? It could be 0 people on, and your experience will be the same. Obviously, chatting with people is fun, but like, you're coming for a chat room, I mean, that's its own. Oh my god, what am I doing? I'm fumbling. I'm fumbling the fight. Oh my god.
Everything we need for the chat room. That's what character creation is update, but there's no fashion Dragon Ballers.
Fashion Dragon Ballers.
I don't know. In Mabinogi, they're called Fashion-ogi, but I don't know what they call them here. Like, people just sit around and talk all day in Dunbarton.
It's like every MMO, man. 14, right? Same idea. I'll read chat in one moment. I'm trying to beat my enemy. This is my quest enemy. Yes! The essence of having competition is a good way to bring people. Absolutely. They're not competing. They're looking up to another for answers. Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people do ask questions in chat. I think shape changes based on your form, Eli, how much it will change whenever you transform. So if you set it to 0, it will just totally not change in your form. I believe that's how it works.
I think negative doesn't change.
Something like that. In an empty server, they rely on game. Yeah. Absolutely true. And then I think there's also the perception that, like, do you really want to play a dead game? I think it's a lot of modern day culture. Like, a lot of people, it's become a hyper obsession. I point towards Fortnite, which is kind of random, but, like, I feel like I've seen a lot of people talk about Fortnite where they're like, after its big blow up and it wasn't reaching the same fucking highs, but it's still reaching insane numbers, people were like, Fortnite fell off. And it's just like, fell off what? Yeah, they made billions of dollars and now they're making $500 million. Oh no. Something like that, right? Like, fans get so obsessed with numbers. Like, I remember, like, an easy example of this is, like, after Elden Ring came out, like, a month or two later, people were like, Elden Ring player count has fallen 90%. It's like, it's a single player game, my brother in Christ. Like, people just, there's this obsession, like the news, right? They decide to cover video games losing players as if it's the end of the world. And I think that's kind of, for me, that's where it comes from. So that's why I'm curious to hear, like, an actual reason based in reality, not just like sensationalist stuff. I definitely think we should add global chat. I think that would just be great around this time, you know, being able to just chat with other people online would be sick.
Don't be such a coward, Krillin.
What quest are you on?
Android 17.
Nice. We're gonna fight at the end, right?
Bro. Yeah, I'll do it. Die with honor.
I think another thing, like, Reese, you asked earlier about, like, the player count. Another thing I'd explain, so I explained earlier why we think people aren't, like, playing actively right now. Another huge important factor to that is we're just not getting a lot of, like, new players. Because, like, at the end of the day, we've had, like, 80,000 people join Apollo since the remaster. How many more people is there in the Dragon Ball Z Minecraft modding space? We don't, like, unless there's a YouTuber making a video or, like, something to bring new people into the space, what is actually bringing new people to Apollo? Because we're only on Technic, man. We're not even on CurseForge. We will be. Next update, we will be. I'm making internal changes to make sure that happens. But, like, genuinely, we don't really do much to attract players. I know that sounds like crazy cope, but, like, genuinely, the new player numbers are pretty low to a point that, like, yeah, if we're not getting new people, how is there going to be an active player base, right? Because, like, you know, it's a grindy ass server, but at the end of the day, you're not playing, like, forever.
Eventually, they hit the end.
Yeah. Reese suggested a reset, and, like, my biggest issue, Reese, is I've literally spent the last 4 years telling people there won't be a reset. Because I firmly believe that resets are just shit. And obviously, I've always understood the reason. I've always laughed about the reason. Because other DBC servers use resets to artificially inflate numbers. They reset and then you're forced to play again if you liked the server, right? Do I believe we could reset because how much has changed? Absolutely. Do I believe we will? No, because at the end of the day, we've given you all the tools to play the game again. If you feel like you want to play again, play again. We're not going to, like, force you at gunpoint to play again. That is honestly kind of fucky. And I think it's just overall better if we change a bunch of stuff, you just choose to play again. But again, I do acknowledge, like, yeah, a reset would probably fix a lot of these issues, but people would also feel outright lied to beyond just feelings hurt because of a reset. I've straight up told people that we're not going to reset. So outright backpedaling, even if we had amazing reasoning, people would be, you know, upset, rightfully so. So at this time, no.
Also, there's the added thing of people can't reset themselves, so it's kind of like
What do you mean by that?
/ character reset.
Oh, you said I heard can't. Yeah.
No, they can. And it's opt-in, which honestly kind of a better system in my opinion.
Yeah, no, totally. We should probably just make it more clear, because I have people joining all the time asking, hey, I'm coming back after a while. How do I reset my character? It should be a little bit easier to know that that's an option. Like maybe just a button in the menu that's like, hey, you can reset your character here. I don't know. Something like, I mean, getting rid of commands is its own conversation, because genuinely commands just fucking suck for player use, right? Like, I feel like with how much custom code and how shiny everything is on Apollo, the fact that you still have to type / character reset is like, that could easily be a button. In fact, it would be very simple to do. But yeah. I think, Reese, the biggest thing that we're going to address is just genuinely giving new players, bringing new players in. I don't think focusing on our existing player base, let's put it like this. Focusing on our existing player base will literally only hurt us. We need to focus on bringing new people in and getting new people interested in Apollo. We could do everything possible to bring old people back, but at the end of the day, there's someone who beat Apollo and is never going to touch it again. Even if we fundamentally change the entire thing. There's someone who's just done with Dragon Ball Minecraft, period. So a reset honestly serves more to hurt the game. Would we do good numbers? Yeah. But like, for the reasons I've mentioned, I feel like it's just, you know, not an option. And I think we should focus more on bringing in new players, bringing in fresh faces. Because at the end of the day, there's some people who've just exited the cycle and won't come back. You know, we can't worry about who is in the cycle. We got to bring new people in. Because if people are leaving the cycle, we need to bring new people into that cycle. And that's what we failed at. That's why I do this YouTube stuff, like in general. That's why I care to upload on the YouTube channel. You know, I could definitely just never upload anything on the YouTube channel and focus entirely on dev. But frankly, first off, I enjoy like doing the podcast, chatting like right now. Making YouTube videos, I enjoy that. There's always a part of me that's like liked the YouTube content stuff. But also like eventually I want to get to a point where like the YouTube channel is big enough that like we get thousands of views with ease, so that like we can be reaching, basically what I'm saying is we could actually be YouTubing, you know, and like getting viewers, and they're coming like, oh shit, what's this? And they find it, and they like YouTube algorithm. I want to use the YouTube algorithm by making good content and growing on the platform, whatever, right? Am I allowed to ask what might be in an upcoming update for either new or old players? Well, for combat,
Combat.
yeah, literally, we're remaking how you fight, right? Like the entire way you fight is changing. So like, that's kind of a thing where like, that's obviously something you can come back and play, but again, the kind of people who just aren't going to replay the game, period, that's not going to fix that. But what it is going to do is make the game objectively more entertaining and more enjoyable, which will probably help a lot of people care to replay. So that. But after that, we have the Future Saga, which will be a long while away, so don't get, you know, all waiting for it and stuff, but Future Saga is after Combat Update, which will obviously bring Future Saga and stuff from that. So I feel like this cell is too strong to, I feel like he's a little bit above my base.
I'm in those sweet, sweet, honorable 1-for-1. I take you with me.
In quests.
Yeah.
Love that. That was how I beat my last guy. It was mostly because I was just like, I don't even care to use a heal. Like, I'm killing him, so like using a heal would just be pointless. But as far as like updates go, I one thing I want to shift my focus away from is like just remaking things. I feel like in the last update I got way too into like remaking systems. I got way like I remade crates. It's like that's something that like nobody asked for. I still stand by that. Obviously, I stand by every change I've made, but like moving forward, I don't want to just be remaking systems for the sake of it. I want to remake systems when they fundamentally need it. Right, like combat fundamentally needs it. That's an exception. Would a new race be out of the reach? No. Just probably not anytime soon because we just added Majin, and by just added I mean 2 years ago. But it's gonna be a while before we add a new race, but that would likely be Bio Android. So this little thing I'm fighting, but not as ugly because they'd be new textures. But that's gonna be some time because you're gonna use Cell's textures. You dickhead! Yeah. You didn't even make those. That was me.
I'm taking a vacation.
Oh motherfucker! Motherfucker for what? Fucking 5 years?
Yeah, I'm getting milk.
That's called quitting, bro. Already said I'm taking an extended vacation. Oh man, this is that hourly lag that on time causes.
Oh, I can feel it.
Yeah, it's very bad.
Enough to make my systems blow.
Every time I play, I'm like, okay, yeah, playtime needs to be remade. Like every single time I touch the server, I'm like, okay, yeah, playtime. But yeah, we want to add a new race. Honestly, it might happen sooner. I don't know, because that's obviously something that would get people playing it instantly. If we just added Bio Android, like that would get people on instantly, right? Dude, we've only been doing the podcast for an hour, Rook. Feels like it's been a lot longer than that. Weird. No, dude, you're totally good. That's what the podcast is for, man. You're supposed to ask questions. Don't ever worry about asking too many questions. If you ask something I don't want to answer, I'll just tell you that.
A little bit goofy, silly.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, so I'll leave Rook.
That's a mistake.
Yeah. Oh, you, bro. Mute my mic and put. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. All right, yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Oh wait, I muted the wrong thing.
I have no answers for the question. Now I get to be awkward because I'm not bouncing stuff off of Lil. So I actually started watching Daima recently, up until like episode 10 or 11 out of 12. I think it's pretty cool. It's got that fantastical adventure vibe going on. All the lore dumps are pretty neat. Trying to figure out a way to talk about it without like saying stuff in case anyone's not seen it, but speaking of people who haven't seen it, nope. He's just yelling at his cat. Wait, does that mean he screwed up muting his mic? That's funny. Get off the desk, cat. Well, I guess I have no other option but to play League of Legends. Gosh dang it.
Did you really just ask them? You guys like Daima while I was gone? Did you really hit him with a, so how's the weather?
Yeah, I did.
Good
Is there
job.
a problem with that?
Good job keeping it entertaining.
No, I think the entertaining part was you yelling at Sasha because your mic wasn't muted, right?
I wasn't muted in Discord. I was muted on the podcast. But yeah.
So I just sound like a crazy
schizophrenic. Yeah. Yeah.
Dang it.
If someone were to be making a new DBC server, what advice would you give them? Oh God. I don't know, because I don't think, well, I was about to say, like, I don't think anyone would look to me for advice. But, like, also, I do, in fact, run a Dragon Ball Minecraft server. DBC, technically. I don't know. Honestly. Just do something unique. Like, as much as, you know, even I did this early on, like, looking at other servers and being like, oh, that's a really cool idea. I'd love to put my twist on that. As much as that's cool, if you're just making something that's slightly different than another server, why should someone play your server and not the one that did it first? You know, because they probably have it better and probably have done it more, whatever, right? Because they've had it longer. Basically, just do shit that's unique. Have cool ideas and be passionate about it. I surely wouldn't be running Dragon Ball Apollo if I wasn't super fucking passionate. Because, you know, regardless of anything, I have a shit ton of fun developing this. So just have fun.
Be aggressive.
Inspiration. I don't know about being aggressive.
What, haven't you seen a cheerleader before?
What kind of aggression?
I don't know, the one that cheerleader
Aggressive.
talking about.
Like, aggressively passionate or aggressively mean? Someone joins your server, you start fucking insulting them.
Yeah, I bet you're low level, idiot.
If it, watch out, bud. Watch out, dude. I gotta sit down. Okay. Oh.
Boy, I sure hope I get to encounter Mr. Minecraft.
Yeah, I've only actually seen one episode of Daima. Rook.
Yeah, like up to 10 or 11-ish.
How's it going?
It's cool, and then I had to eat, and then I just forgot about it because I forgot to eat. Oh, there we go.
I know people were complaining about Vegeta using Super Saiyan 3. Right? Was that the thing?
I don't know. I didn't
Oh,
know
spoilers.
that-
Get spoiled.
Yeah,
Get spoiled.
he's stuck.
He used the form that he obviously has. Get spoiled, idiot.
No.
People were like mad because they're like, but Vegeta doesn't have it. And it's like, okay, but Vegeta's also not a fucking pipsqueak in normal canon. But he is here, so I don't fucking know. People choose like the weirdest shit to get mad about. Dude, I wish before Toriyama's unfortunate passing that he would have, oh, I need to turn off the AFK thing on my screen, oopsie. Before his passing, I wish he would have come out and just been like, shut the fuck up about canon. Which I know, like, why would he say that? Because, like, he probably just didn't give a shit about it, like, genuinely. Probably wasn't something he ever thought about, but, like, Dragon Ball community and continuity are just the worst combination ever. Because it's so annoying. Because you had an author that, like, his top priority was not continuity. So the continuity is pretty shit. That's not a knock against him. It's just, I don't think he genuinely cared about continuity. Like, I don't think that was a concern, you know? It's not, like, this isn't fucking Attack on Titan, you know? He didn't write the story with the ending in mind, day one, so everything could be perfectly leading up to it. He just wrote a funny story about a dude, and then the dude eventually became an alien monkey, and then the dude eventually fought fucking space landlord that Frieza was. And, like, the story was just evolving as it was going, right? Like, he was writing it as he was going. So, like, the fact that people try to talk continuity for a series that was written on a... I think he didn't really write many chapters ahead. Like, he had concepts of a plan. And it's like, for people, like, to talk continuity about a series that wasn't conceptualized with continuity even considered is just insane to me. That's a crazy rant to get on just about Super Saiyan 3 and Vegeta. But I don't know. I think that's kind of an example of, like, every fucking thing in Dragon Ball, people start arguing about continuity. It's like, who gives a shit? Vegeta going... Excuse me, burp. Vegeta going Super Saiyan 3 makes total sense. Yeah, of course he fucking had the form. He probably could have used it. I don't know about in the Buu Saga, because that was obviously his strongest form, but, like, the way I look at it is, like, guy was PTSD'd by... You remember Grade? When he used Grade against Cell and got absolutely bitched. And, like, he got embarrassed because he realized how bad Grade was compared to, like, the mastered Super Saiyan that Goku and Gohan were in. I think he was just traumatized by that because Super Saiyan 3 was basically Grade for 2, in my eyes. Because it was, like, using way too much stamina and energy and everything. Like, Goku couldn't even have used it if he wasn't dead at the time. So, like, he just wouldn't want to use it. I don't know. That was always my thought. That was always why it made sense that we didn't see a Vegeta Super Saiyan 3. I rest my case, Your Honor.
Thank you for coming with that talk.
Literally. You gotta have a TED Talk when you talk about Dragon Ball lore, bro. Dragon Ball continuity. Scary word. Nightmares. I wake up in the middle of the night. What if Vegeta used Super Saiyan 3?
Oh, what if Frieza won on Namek? You think that's how Spike Chunsoft did Sparking Zero?
I mean, it's really not hard to come up with those what ifs, right? You just choose a really cool point of the story and say, nuh-uh. But it's fucking cool as shit. I'm happy we finally got that, like, in a game. Like, I think that's what Sparking Zero did really well. Apparently a lot better than they did their PvP. Because, like, I saw earlier, dude, there's like 3,000 people playing the game today. Which is, like, I think less than Xenoverse. Actually, I'm pretty sure I know. I think Xenoverse has, like, 10,000 people or something like that. Is that because Xenoverse just has a, like, it has an established scene of, like, people still PvPing today? Because I can't imagine any reason you'd choose to play Xenoverse over Sparking Zero. Does anyone have some light to shed on that one? I'd love to hear.
I mean, for me, Xenoverse is more like free and just kind of
create your character, maybe. Yeah.
Same reason. Same reason I don't like a lot of the SAO games because I don't want to play Kirito and have his story. I want to have my
That's
story
true.
in that world.
That's true. Yeah, and then there's also modding that it probably accounts for a shit ton of PC players. Which I don't really think Sparking Zero has come around to modding yet. Because you also have the thing that, like, Xenoverse is old and shit. Like, it's almost a decade old, but, like... it's like, are people actually... Like, the modding gets so good for a game that's been modded for a decade that, like... When a new game comes out, it's got an uphill battle. Because unless they launched with official modding support, they've got a lot to do to catch up. Which they obviously do not.
Rest in peace, Elder Scrolls 6.
Universe has less players than Spark. Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen to Elder Scrolls 6, brother. Like, we're only going to see Starfield's players rebound once modding gets good for that. Sparking Zero has 3,500 player peak, and it's actually been around that for some time. It's been pretty low since December. Let me actually look up Xenoverse, because I don't think that's true, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh, no. You're correct. Xenoverse 2... Okay, I was well wrong. Yeah, Xenoverse 2 barely gets thousands of players. Okay. Yeah, Xenoverse 2 is 780 peak. You are correct. Okay, that checks out.
They're both in a sad spot.
Yeah, I mean, really. There's fucking 10,000 people playing Payday 2 right now. What the fuck's going on with Dragon Ball? To be fair, though, like, I feel like the replay value on those games, I never saw it the same way some people did. So maybe it's just that. Maybe people are just bored. You know what? Is this my cop-out? Even AAA Dragon Ball titles have low player counts. That's why our numbers are low.
Guess we need to go to that other project.
Yeah, make an SAO server. Is that the cop-out of the century? Might be onto something. No, but actually, like, those numbers are pretty fucking low. Like, the fact that Sparking Zero, I mean, yeah, it launched with 120,000, but, like, my thing is it's a fucking multiplayer game. It should not have been below 10,000. It went below 10,000 in November. A month after release, 5 weeks after release, it was already below 10K. That's insane. Dropping 90% player count in just a month, give or take, is pretty surreal for a game that big and that fucking hyped. Every Dragon Ball fan would not shut up about this game, which it's a really fucking good game from everything I've seen. I haven't played it yet, but, like, I don't know. I think, you know what? I think it's just Dragon Ball fatigue in general, and I'm not copping out about the server, but, like, it has genuinely been 7 fucking years since we've had a real new show, and I don't really think Daima is enough to, like, spark interest in Dragon Ball. My thing with Daima is I think the only people that care about Daima are people that already cared about Dragon Ball before Daima. You know what I mean? I don't think Daima is exactly reigniting the interest in Dragon Ball. I think it's just something for people who are...
Daima does a better better job of that than the other ones, because it's actually got, like, a plot.
And what other ones?
Like, I mentioned this earlier, like, Super... GT is just a failure at trying to do the same thing.
Well, GT was just continuing it so they could keep making money back in the 90s. That was all GT was.
What I said when you were gone is that Daima, I like it because it's, like, going back to that kind of simple adventure,
whimsical style of Dragon Ball.
Yeah. And that's the kind of stuff that, like, got people into the first place. That's why Dragon Ball was cool.
Sorry about that. Bless.
Back in the good old days before
I was alive. Yeah, I mean, I agree, like, but I'll say, like, is that gonna, like, I still don't think, like, its numbers are, like, I think when Dragon Ball Super comes back, we'll actually see, and, like, good news for us is Super's probably not another decade away. Super's probably gonna be in the next few years, realistically, right? I don't see Super coming, 2030. It's gotta be before that. Then again, it's gotta come out next year for the last 7 years, so who knows?
Wait, it's been 7 years already.
Dude, it ended in 2018. Or was it 2019? It was one of the two. But yeah, the server was, like, I had barely started. I started the server during the Super run. And since then, Super ended, and we've had movies, and the fact that, like, they didn't, like, they're just in no rush to start the anime, like, I don't know, I guess you could take it as they're focusing on the quality, but, like, don't fucking know. I doubt that. I hate to be pessimistic, but like I really doubt they're the reason we've waited this long for new Dragon Ball Super is because they're like worried about quality. I don't know. They had 2 fucking decades to make Super not come out and look like the worst modern day anime when it aired the first time. And then they still fumbled that, so I don't think it's probably just about like where the franchise is at. I think it's also waiting for content because like the manga was already airing very slow, and then I think right now is it on break? Something like that?
Yeah, it's on a hiatus.
Yeah, so like it's not really a rush to start the anime. Good.
It's for the movie. It ended a little bit after the movie actually. The
Okay.
Superheroes movie.
Yeah, because it's like, why would you want to rush to get the anime back? Because the anime is realistically going to catch up to the manga very quick because it would be airing weekly, right? And, I mean, it's Toei. It's the one doing it. So, I think they know a thing or two about stretching out anime with One Piece, but I also think they know a thing or two about not doing that because clearly that was one of the things One Piece fans hated the most, and they've chilled out a little bit on it. It seems of late the One Piece anime is completely comfortable with just going on hiatus instead of rushing out stuff just to get weekly airings and like bloating it or whatever it was. So I think there's a lot of this that's just like they're waiting until they have plenty of content to go for a pretty long run. Because when you start airing a fucking anime in Japan, you can't just be like, yeah, we're gonna air like 20 episodes in a weekly time slot and then stop. No, you gotta do like a whole fucking like it's like a whole contract from what I've heard. Like you gotta like air 100, like it's a lot. They want that time slot secured and whatever for a long time. Like the anime that take that time slot they were in last time are like 100+ episode animes that like air for like a whole year plus, like a long time, long running series. It's not just like weekly airing, or sorry, seasonal airing of anime. So they got a lot of content to make before they're allowed. Japan is very strict about these kind of things from what I've heard. I did a little deep dive on this topic of where's this fucking anime at a little while ago. That's what I came to the conclusion of.
Where's my show I like?
I literally just got the video recommended. I'm like, oh sure, I'll watch it. It's a pretty good explanation. Shueisha, which is the actual license holder, they commissioned Toei to make the anime. Shueisha is the actual one in charge of like those decisions. And it's pretty much just what I've said. It's like, you know. I also think it's one of those things where like, do they even need to rush, dude? Super was like incredibly popular. Like, I mean, think about how much Dragon Ball content we've got since after Super ended. We got Kakarot, Fighter Z. Wait, I think Fighter Z was already out. We got like all of this Dragon Ball content without a single episode of Super airing, like Dragon Ball games and media. And I feel like it's almost like if they just wait longer, they get to extend the longevity of this franchise. You know what I mean? I mean, they went damn near 2 decades with nothing since GT to Super. I feel like this is like a long-term thing, right? And everyone's sitting here thinking like, oh, it's gotta air next year because like, why would they wait so long? But it's like, why'd it take 2 years to get more Dragon Ball? I think the difference right now is they stopped Super and there's still like the manga never stopped. The manga kept going, right? Got left on a cliffhanger. And from what I've heard, some of the new manga stuff is incredibly cool. So
Pretty cool. Man, it's a good thing I didn't pay attention so that I couldn't get spoiled on the human form mastery menu.
you fucking made it, you son of a bitch. How about racial states?
Yeah.
You made the goddamn form. What do you mean?
No, it's a secret. That's the best way of doing it. I don't know what's happening until...
Grr! He's tweaking. I actually forgot to check if my package was. I'm a little AFK. Still says out for delivery. I haven't seen it up, so probably not here. Today between 2 to 6 p.m. Oh, okay. It's been on a delivery vehicle since 2 a.m. What? That probably means they loaded it in a truck and the truck sat there for a few hours. Because I actually worked in a warehouse. Not UPS, but it was FedEx. And we would just load the delivery trucks or vans and they just like sit there for a few hours because they're still getting loaded. Like they'd be loaded for a few hours. And then they go out at like AM or whatever and have an entire basically day shift. Like the entire day they're just gonna be unloaded. So, you know, depending. It's fucking funny because where I live right now, I worked the line that went to where I live, which was kind of funny. I remember I ordered something one time and it was going through FedEx and I was like high key keeping a lookout because I was working the night it was going to be delivered. Like, you know, night before the morning it would be delivered. And yeah. Dude, working AM shift was something else. Working from like 10 to like 5 a.m. was something else. That was I don't know. I didn't hate it because I actually quite liked the evening, like, but like definitely kind of throws your life in whack when you're literally working a job that requires you to be up, like, be sleeping during the normal people hours. Because I do that now, but that's I filled in the bubble, optional. Who you fighting right now, Rook? I've just been beating the shit out of this cell challenger for like 20 minutes.
I'm fighting with my demons.
Oh, that's not good. Good luck.
I'm sitting there trying to figure out how to claim my achievements because I forgot.
I hate to see it happen to people around me. You should know better.
I just did /achieve claim and I'm like, it's not working.
I probably should make that a command. /achieve rewards claim. I will make achieve claim work though. That should be a thing. As much as it's silly, it's also like that was something that came to mind, so why not add that option? It's not like it's fucking hard. To achieve very challenging.
The challenges are for, don't worry about it.
Wow. Dude, it's kind of fucked up, but like I'm excited to end the podcast today so I can go back to working on what we were working on before. Kind of fucked up. Damn, guys, I'm really excited to end the podcast.
So that I can make things.
I'm so excited to go make cool shit.
You'll see it in like forever, but
no, they're actually gonna see it in like a week or so. Like, well, the first video, the key charging stuff will be shown soon. TM. I mean, there's no, you know, we don't have to run the podcast super long. There's no, nobody's saying it has to be 2.5 hours. I think I want to set my goal to at least beat Cell today, though. Like, because I'm literally on 323, which is the last quest. Like, it'd be kind of criminal to not at least finish the Cell Saga. It does suck though, man, because where the server's at right now, it's pretty hard to get like a good viewer base on the podcast right now. It was way easier back in the day. It kind of blows right now. Back in the good old days, man. Dragon Ball Apollo just ain't the same these days. Pretty much, man. Like, unironically though. With the getting people in the podcast, not the other thing.
I forgot what we were talking about.
Me too. Okay. We're both idiots. No worries.
You might have ADHD.
I've been debating starting on like ADHD meds again. I've been debating taking Adderall.
What about Subtractorol? That's my personal favorite.
Hell yeah. What about multiplier? Multiplier. Multiplier. Wait, no, it'd be like, yeah. Wait, what would that be? Adderall multiplier. Yeah, something like that. Something fucked up like that.
Multiple?
I don't know. Multiplier? Question mark. Good question. I don't know. Unfortunately, do not know the answer to that. I wish I could give you a better answer, man, but I can't.
Why is the Cell Games thing made out of big rocks?
Big rock.
These are huge stones.
Big rock. Yeah, they're my balls.
Oh, you should get that checked out.
Yeah, right.
Oh no, it's Frieza and he's got the dragon balls.
Whose balls is he dragging, bro?
His own.
Kind of fucked up. Oh, hi, Ogu. We were gonna steal your clothes, dude. We were talking about that like a month ago.
Huh?
Remember we were talking about making cosmetic clothing from Bojack, and we're like, we're gonna steal Kogu's outfit.
Hey, you're right.
I hope I'm not going that senile.
When are we gonna sell capybara cosmetics?
Eventually.
Very good.
It's just launching cosmetics, especially the paid variety, in our current state would be absolutely idiotic. Hey guys, I know literally nobody's playing. It's like when a game fucking launches a new, like, okay, Suicide Squad killed the Justice League, right? I've heard a lot of things about that in my recent Arkham game deep dive, and it's like when they launch a new fucking season of their battle pass amid all like everyone just hating the game. It's like, all right, cool. You know the meme where it's the group and then someone says something and they turn around, one guy gives them a thumbs up and they turn around and keep talking. You know that one?
Yeah.
That's what launching paid cosmetics would do right now. He'll be like, okay, anyway. But even worse, there wouldn't be a group there. No one would give us the thumbs up. Nobody would know.
We'd have no friends.
Oh no. I think genuinely overhauling the combat, like, I think we gotta steer ourselves to overhauls that actually matter. You know, if we're gonna remake something, let it be the literal way you fight enemies, which obviously nobody's disagreeing on. Just pointing it out. And I want to steer away from, let me point out a random system. Maybe let me not point out a random system that I could remake, because then I might get let me not think about that.
That's actually a good idea, huh?
Yeah, literally. Yeah. You know what, come to think of it. It's like, Kaioken, we were planning some little reworks for that. It's like, do we really fucking need to do that, man? Kaioken's in a damn good state. Can't it just be in a damn good state? And we rework it whenever, like, maybe when we add Kao times 20 on Ascend to God, maybe we rework it then. Like, let's not do this right now. Is my point. Which I know you're not disagreeing with at all.
Gooder.
Yeah, it's like, at some point, how much gooder can you make something before you're actually just wasting your own time? We're just literally wasting time.
42.
Yeah, I agree, man. For real. Say that again.
Preach, brother. Yo, stop shooting me. What the heck?
Oh. It's like at some point, I really just want to... Do you see my Discord message? Obviously, don't read it out loud, but I think that's not an awful idea.
Oh, my bad. I can't read.
Well, I assumed you wouldn't open Discord. Probably full screen on this or something. Not everyone has 4 monitors, I'm aware.
I'm watching I have the stream open so that I can, like, talk to
Read chat. Hell yeah. Good call.
I'm trying to be a good person.
You know what? I'm debating if, like, at some point, how long do we do the podcast in this current state of the server before we're just like, let's go on hiatus until there's more active people that can actually enjoy the podcast? Because, like, yeah, people can go back and watch VODs forever, but, like, wouldn't it be better if there's a bit more of an active audience here than, like, a handful of dudes in chat?
Yes and no. I think maybe we figure out some development stuff we can do and then like do it.
Yeah, like actually figure out what we can talk about. Because like, remember I was talking about like I'm kind of down with like actually showing some development stuff on podcasts. Like I don't hate the idea. And I think if we were just like actively working on combat on the stream, that'd be pretty fun. But then there's also the fact that like 2 hours of work isn't actually a lot of work in terms of what you'd end up seeing on stream. That would not be like uber exciting.
It is for my stuff, but
I mean, sure, but like, I don't even know. Like, think about like what I was working on earlier today. There's basically nothing to show for like the 2 hours of work I did before we got on podcast. Like nothing that would be like, oh, that's exciting to watch. But like, I don't know. A lot of people, like fucking half of Pirate Software's streams are him working on a game, if I'm not mistaken. So like, there's an audience there, but I also think that's more about his personality, right? Like general enjoying a streamer.
yeah, you gotta start pulling up
yes,
MS Paint and drawing.
Yeah, literally. Also gotta get a really fucking deep. I'm working on it. In dev.
Gotta hit second puberty like him.
Yeah. I'm excited for second puberty. Hyped, bro. But I don't know. I don't think it'd be a terrible idea to go on hiatus because, like, the best case would be like, well, first I'm skipping next podcast. So it'll probably happen a week wait. No, it won't. So I'm missing next podcast because I'm going to be on vacation, right? On the 1st. Guess what I'm doing on the 8th? Going to a concert. So missing 2 Saturdays back to back. So we will literally be going or we going to the 15th without a podcast. Unless I decide to just do it on Sunday. But like, I mean, I guess it doesn't fucking matter if it's on a Sunday, does it? If anything, I do it on a Sunday, we get more viewers. Or like, wait, is Sunday better? We're actually like, hold up. Does this make more sense? Yeah, literally. That's like the worst case, right? I think we probably do it on like February 9th. Or when I get back from vacation. I don't think I'm going to want to do a podcast, though. Right when I get back from vacation. Anyway, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. It's not really, I don't think anyone's going to be rioting in the streets. I don't think anyone would even notice.
Plot twist, everyone notices.
Like, Lil, I was excited to watch that VOD.
I can't show up for then, but I'll watch it after.
That's a dilemma. What is that? It's an actual dilemma that happens to people sometimes in the same kind of regard. I'm trying to brain it right now. I can't. Anyway, though, I enjoy doing the podcast, though. It's just I don't want to keep doing them when they're like nobody's watching them, you know, because these numbers are obviously a little lower than we're normally expecting. So, like, I don't know. I think it just comes down to like, what?
I think it'll be funny when Kat comes in and brings out the schizo moment because.
Oh yeah, yeah. Earlier, totally. That would be a hilarious clip.
With some editing, but
I don't know if we're actually gonna do those. I just haven't asked Kat. Actually, like 10 times beforehand, but I just haven't really asked. I'm not really in a rush. I don't really think it's gonna make a world of difference if we do or don't do it ASAP. Like if nobody's watching the podcast, nobody's gonna watch the edited down VODs, right? I think we need a little bit more people. I don't know. I suppose doing Jolly would probably actually get players back. Could just skip the Val. I feel like it.
You get a Vegeta to make a winter quest line.
Nah. I think we'll end the podcast today at 4. How does that sound?
Arguments here.
I'm gonna try and beat Cell though. Oh, by the way, I want to talk to you about my idea for quick selection, quick transforming. So, you know, we talked about favoriting forms and stuff like that. Why don't we just let them hold G to transform into their last form? The same way the old system worked. So when you hold G, it will just take you to the last form you were on and start transforming you, instead of you having to G, right click, hold right click.
Yeah, I think that was one of the things I asked if would be a consideration.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that because that's the easiest way. Adding a whole favoriting system is a significant amount more work. It's not impossible, but like, I feel like we just skip that for now, you know? Give them this, literally give, because also that solution was another solution that wasn't the way. People literally just want to be able to hold G again. I think it's that quite simple, honestly. I'd probably also let them just hold N. Now the question is, when I hold G, should it take me to racial state, meta, core, second form? Or should it take me to just my form? Probably whatever you were in last, right?
Yeah, whatever you were in last.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, like, for my own gameplay, if it just put me in a normal second form, I'd be a little pissed. Because, like, I want to be a metal. Yeah, alright. I'll figure it out. One thing I decided I'm not doing, Rook, is in the character selection screen, I'm not going to add, like, the details right now. Because that's just, I feel like that's just not necessary, you know what I mean? Like, telling you what race, what level, all that for your character slots. Like, that's really not going to do much right now. Like, it would be nice, but, like, ultimately, the time it would take, like, a few hours to work, is that really worth it right now?
Kind of. Maybe at least the race.
Well, if I'm doing one thing, I can do all of them, because it's not that much harder while I'm there. Because the issue is pulling all of that MySQL data. I'm trying to figure out how to do that in an effective manner that's not going to cause issues. I could probably just do it once per client boot. Just you request your data one time, and that's it. And then your level and stuff just won't update the entire time you're online. But at that point, maybe just don't show level for that reason. But also, who cares if your level doesn't update? It doesn't particularly matter. Because you'll just load the damn character. Like, if you're playing on the character and you leveled them up and the level doesn't update, okay. I can figure some stuff. I don't know. Do you think it's something I should put time into? Because if you're telling me I should, I'm not going to complain. I really want to focus, like, for this patch that I'm talking about right now. I want to focus on things that are, like, super prominent and super going to help people fix people's issues that are preventing them from wanting to play right now, which is kind of a shot in the dark because we don't genuinely know if that's the reason anyone's not playing. We don't actually know if people are quitting because of quick selection. I, in fact, looked up quick selection in server chat, and at most it was people being like, can I get the old one back? And someone's like, no, and they're like, oh man, okay. There's like one guy who was really angry about it, and I spoke to him, and you know, we came to the understanding that he just missed the old simple hold G system, which, you know, okay, yeah, good point. Nobody's like outwardly telling us. I don't think chasing the apparitions of people are quitting for XYZ makes sense, because I don't think anyone's quitting for any specific thing, right? I think people are just, it's a kind of bittersweet realization that, like, yeah, 2 years just for this update, and it didn't give people exactly what they wanted. Like, if this was the future update, like, and we gave them all of the future saga, I think it would have been a different story, right? Yeah. But it is what it is. Good news, we set up a shit ton of internal framework to make future updates easier. So we're walking into the next update with a lot easier development time. So we at least got something out of it. It wasn't wasted time by any stretch of the imagination. And again, I also think this is just a huge matter of, like, new players. We just need a way to get new players in, because it's not like the server isn't attractive. The server's way better than before the update. So I think it's literally just a matter of, like, we need to get some YouTubers on. Speaking of, I should probably actually reach out to more YouTubers because I think I reached out to like 2 and then called it a day.
Wow, it was a long day of talking to a couple people.
Not even talking, shooting a message. I mean, you know how I am though. I don't really need to explain it. Cause like, man, it's one of these things. Like, I watched this video where this guy was trying to meet up with the Jonas Brothers and get them Waffle House, like bring them Waffle House, right? And the whole video is about him schizophrenically reaching out to all of them in DMs and getting totally ignored, reaching out to people even remotely close to them, people that made a song with them recently, like schizophrenic stuff, right? But it's like, what are they gonna do? Like, if someone laughs at you for trying to reach out like that, they're kind of just a dickhead, right? My point is, I don't think there should be any kind of like anxiety for like, oh man, I'm being annoying. Because someone could just ignore you, right? Pretty simple. The fuck? Bro, look at Discord.
What?
You say what to what I sent?
What?
That was one of the YouTubers I reached out to.
Ready for fun?
Hello, Professor Unusual.
Disney'll never catch me.
Wait, there's a new One Piece mod? Oh my. Okay, it's actually not... I don't really want to actually watch this whole video, but like it actually looks pretty fucking neat. It actually looks pretty fucking cool. Can't even lie. What's up, Ty? Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
I need... Oh, hey, I have 4,000 con. Epic. I'm gonna get more damage. Oh no, I'm not in a form. I'm going to die. Oh, I didn't go into the form. Oopsie, I let go too early. Like so. Have you been farming many challengers?
Yeah.
Epic.
There's no other way for me to get power.
How is your build going?
It's alright, but
can you share your stats in chat?
Yeah, one sec. Let me beat up this guy.
I was level 10,000 when today started. I'm level 13,000 now. That's pretty epic. Yeah, see? Right there. We need to make an easier way to know that you can reset. So I had an idea that was on my patch itinerary, if you will, to do ASAP. It was making the respec actually work like normal stats, right? Instead of you needing to run a command to put in the points. Now, do you think that's something we should do? Both the respec and the like making character reset a menu thing? Or at least somewhere, like maybe not even a menu thing, but maybe say it in the menu, right? I don't know.
Perhaps.
Because like, are people just supposed to know they have to type /character to find this thing? Because, you know, clearly people don't know that. Why would you assume I gotta type /character reset to remove my character? Hell, like, in normal DBC, you go talk to, like, Kami or something to start anew, right? Actually, I think you do type a command. One of the two. I think it's both. But yeah, I think we should have a better way. Maybe if just a fucking NPC in spawn. It's like, hey man, you got any questions? Dude. have to say this server has got me through a lot of depression. If you ever need any help with anything, I would love you to be a mod or just help more than buy packs. Man, I really appreciate it. That's really touching, dude. I'm glad you've enjoyed the server that much. It can help you get through some tough times, you know. I know how difficult that can be, you know, life stuff. So I'm glad it's helped you with that. But as far as helping out, I mean, just playing is always great. If you wanted to join the team, testing or positions like animating textures, anything like that, if you have any familiarity with design work or anything of that sort, we always have positions or stuff like that. But otherwise, yeah, just fucking playing. And we have the mod pack on CurseForge. Right now we don't have an actual CurseForge pack listed, like, that you could just go grab. Oopsie. But what you can do is in the Discord, if you're in there, I'm going to post a link. Actually, I'll link it here for you. I'll just paste it in chat. You just download this, and then you can import it on CurseForge. You can just import that on CurseForge, the zip. I think it works that simply. Yeah, no problem. We are going to be listed on CurseForge in due time, though, since, you know, it's a big platform. There's just some internal complications that make it kind of difficult. I definitely say, though, Ty, like, I would only want you on the team in that manner if you like actually have interest in that. I don't want you to just come on to help us out, right? I want you to like be interested in the underlying thing. Like, don't start animating or making models if you don't have interest in that personally. Yeah, I want you to get something out of it. Dude, when the fuck did I even put my robe on? I just fucking realized that. I had this off for the first half of the podcast, and I just realized I have it on. Just fucking appeared on me like a cape, dude. Like Doctor Strange's cape, it just pulled up. I have no idea when I put it on.
They're unusual.
Oh my god. You're terrible.
You don't want to get Disneyed.
Literally. The stream just ends right there. Copyright claim.
You uttered our intellectual property from your mouth.
Literally, dude. Yeah, but do you think I should, do you think that's something that should go back on the list? Respec menu? Like, making the things work? I don't know if respec is as high priority as, like, making character reset more known, because some people join... Some people, we get that question maybe once a day or every other day. I see the question. But how many people log in and just can't figure it out and log out because they already had a character and they don't want to, you know?
Yeah.
Because those aren't new players. We'd have no way of knowing if, like, old players are just logging in, not, you know, figuring things out and then leaving. We have no way of really knowing factually. Because they won't be registered as a new login. They're not a new login.
Might be worth looking into. I think giving it a shot, but if it takes too long, pushing it on the back burner is probably.
How do you imagine we make character reset? Like, is it a button system where you just click reset and then you confirm? What do you mean with WASD keys, Ty? You're talking about quick selection on the left? Did you bind it to your WASD keys? Is that what you're saying? I'm not sure why it would. Oh, I see. I'm not sure why it would bug out whenever you're just when you're walking. It's bugging out. Can you explain how it's bugging out? Well, the only time it will go up and down, like in my key moves right now, I'm using my scroll wheel and it's going up and down, or arrow keys make it go up and down. Like, you can navigate with arrow keys. Would you be able to send a video in the Discord so I could get a better idea of it? Oh, my package has been delivered. Oh, that's a different package. Damn it. We just have 2 things on the way. Okay, yeah, please just send the video and I'll give it a look over. Send it in like a bug report channel. That'd be great. Good spot to drop it. Yeah, I mean, man, if you're interested in like animating or modeling, I mean, I'd love to give you a shot on the team and see how it can go, because you know, more hands are always better, because that just means we have more opportunities to do things. Let me see if there's anyone else I could. Perhaps I'm just not farming. Okay. Are there another trunks I can farm? Ronkies. Excuse me. Trying to think of what we even like particularly need, because my problem is right now I can't even imagine what more models we actually need. Is there anything I'm missing on your side, Rook? I mean, I guess entity models, right? That would never hurt. What do you think about that?
What do you mean?
You need more hands to do entity models? Yeah, it's kind of the thing. Like, even when we go redo all the DBC ones, it's like, I don't actually know if modeling is as needed as I might think. But I also don't know if that's just because I've been like locked off and not been considering what we can do, because it's like animations, I know exactly what I want to do and we need more animators, but modeling, I'm sitting there like, I don't know. Like, yeah, we could always remake old things. I mean, you know what? I think there is absolutely some ideas for like upcoming updates that could work. This is one of those things, like, I just genuinely haven't considered modeling as much, because like modeling has only been a means to an end, right? Like for the head pieces. Definitely for cosmetics though, right? I mean, think about all the armor that could benefit from a little 3D piece that renders with it. Metamoran having actual 3D pads. That always comes to mind. Because like the stuff like that is like, those aren't even hard models. If we're gonna be honest, you could actually just add a fucking cube around the shoulder. But then it also doesn't need to be that simple. Even in saying it's simple, that doesn't mean like, I don't know. I'm sure we could find something. At that point, that would become one of those things that's like we just start thinking of shit that can be remodeled. Actually look at existing armor and see any. Definitely Metamoran. Battle armor is already there, so Metamoran might actually be the only fucking set. Ardrat? Isn't that... Didn't we... What did we do with that?
I just drew a poofy on. Flat 2D.
Oh, the poofies. I forgot it's poofy. Yeah, man, I don't know. Right now, we genuinely don't have... Because we've just kind of been working with the mindset. Like, I'm just going to walk around and spawn real quick and look at things. Because, like, you know, we did, like, these, the desks and stuff, and that was always, those looked really good being 3D, but, like... Why the fuck does it still say in the tab list, it still says the event's active.
Yeah,
Like
it confused me when I wasn't getting stuff.
Yeah. I just shouldn't say the event multiplier there at all. I'm going to be honest. It's kind of silly. 'Cause I got to go manually update that every time. Yeah, I'm honestly just going to remove the whole event reference because, listen, getting rid of anything that makes it annoying for me to start an event is probably a good idea, I would say.
Yeah, that's fair.
The less friction for me starting an event, the better. I think. I'm changing that real quick. You'll see it update in a second. Because those things are already on screen. You see the fucking event on the main menu. You see the booster in the top right. Like, you won't see store sale anywhere. Well, you see it on the main menu, I believe. But like, I don't know. I don't think people seeing a sale as active is really gonna incentivize them to go. Actually, I say that, but that's like the reason. That's the way most stores get people to buy stuff. But like, I don't think it being in the tab list is a world of difference anyway. Would you agree? Oh man, 25% off the store in the tab list. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think tab list is like one of the few spots it should be.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I could put it somewhere.
Other places it's at right now.
Literally nowhere. You know what I could do? Escape menu. Open your escape menu.
Just making it so that there's like a global call and then just like.
No, yeah, it's gonna be the same way the TP booster shows. But press escape. I know where to put it. I'll put it right below that yellow text up there. 25% store sale is active. I think that makes the most sense. And then on the main menu as well. And I think that's fine enough.
My KD is 35.75.
It's a random addition, right?
It's quite. Alright, I wonder how this power boost is gonna do for me. I just got Super Saiyan 1 level 2. Not Super Saiyan, Superhuman.
I want to ask Rye if he can help out with Irish translation. Should I do it?
Maybe not.
Ugh. More farming. More Dragon Ball Apollo gaming now.
More, not less. Oh wow, I just turned into soup.
Yeah. Got assaulted. Yeah, I did.
I did.
You got killed, it did. Yeah, we definitely want to add Patara at some point. Not sure when, though.
Potato.
Potato fusion. I think potato fusion would be funny to call it. Rye was in the podcast. No! No!
You're not your fool. You fool, your plan's been outed before it began.
Can't even conceptualize my plan on the public podcast anymore. Gosh.
Dang, that's like the same level as starting an argument in a public forum and then getting mad that people are calling you out.
Oh no. Are you referencing what I think you're referencing?
There's a lot of situations I'm referencing.
I mean, it happens frequently. It's an internet thing, really.
It truly is Among Us.
No, we need to translate the game to English UK. You know how there's like 7 languages? Like for Spanish, there's like 7 variations of Spanish, which makes sense. It's going to be different in Mexico versus in Spain because they're, quite far away.
Translate pirate Spanish, not pirate
yeah,
Spanish.
we need pirate speak English UK or Canadian English, Australian English. Like we're not. You could still read the damn language. When I was choosing Chinese, I chose Chinese simplified. I don't know if that's the right one, but that is the one used by mainland China. So that sounds the most correct. Like that sounds like it would be the most used, adding Chinese translations. But then again, I don't know. The reason that one was put on the list over like any other languages was literally just because I had somebody show interest in Chinese. So once you make the servers like the 12 universes, because then there's an inherent best one if one of the servers is if US1 is fucking U7, right? That kind of thing. People just immediately be like, oh, that's the best one. People already do that with it being called US1. So we can't have nice things. We'll probably add universes at some point though, just for like, I don't know, just roleplay, but something. Probably more than just roleplay, but like, yeah, we'll probably add them at some point. We just don't want to like just add them at random. We want to at least give them some purpose other than just a chat tag.
Oh yeah, your perfect cell. Name every mitochondria you have.
Oh my fucking god. Perfect Cell just whooped my ass because I was distracted. I blame Kono Rock of the group chat. You see what he said in there, dude? Slanderous.
The only slander I see is your brain.
Oh no,
thinking
no,
it's a
no,
review
no.
brain.
No, 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 please. Don't do it. Wait, why am I not using health supplements? Am I stupid?
Maybe.
You weren't supposed to say maybe. You're supposed to be a supportive pal.
Oh, okay. You're not, buddy. Everything's great.
You fucking. You son of a fuck. Are you ever thinking about using DBV if it ever comes out? No, because we literally developed this mod. Like, there's no point in us moving to DBV. Our entire mod is based on No, our entire mod is. No, but our entire mod is like at this point we develop everything here, so switching to DBV would just be like throwing away all of our own work, right? To go make a server for someone else's mod, which we're not really interested in. So no. Oh, I did not even need those.
At the mercy of another developer.
And I quite enjoy being able to be in control of everything we change and everything we do, you know? Creative control.
Chaos control.
Okay, I can beat Cell's ass now. I'm gonna heal spam. Don't tell Cat. Please. Please don't. Oh, wrong one. That's a challenger. Don't tell Cat. Committing a sin. An atrocity on live TV.
I can't believe you.
Doing it, dude. Listen, I'm heal spamming in the most reasonable way possible to beat a quest I'm stuck on. In my defense, I've been farming for 2 fucking hours and I still can't beat it. I gotta say, man, that 25% TP booster, it definitely hurts now that it's gone.
That's what I was saying. The boosters are the rough part. But now it's gone. It's like everything's.
Yeah, I actually feel I feel like this is challenging. It feels stupidly challenging though, because I was having a good smooth time before, and now I'm like, I hit a brick wall. Is what I'm saying. So it feels weird in contrast.
I don't believe in brick walls. Anything can be punched.
Okay, you're still at the easy part of the game, you son of a bitch.
No, I'm at what number am I?
Listen, episode 4, beating Cell is cool though.
I'm at 317.
Oh, wow, you've done some good catching up. Stuck on Gohan in his mystic form.
Between life and death.
Yes! I beat the Cell. I have beat the Cell Siege. Hell yeah, brother.
The self
Yes.
segue.
Segue to our sponsor.
Gamer subs.
Hell no.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
NordVPN.
Dude, I can't wait till podcast season 17 when we have sponsorships. That would be epic. You know what I was actually thinking though? I was talking about, huh?
It's just eating cheese on stream.
Oh, fuck off. You dickhead. Dude, so I was talking about earlier, like going on hiatus with the podcast for a few normal scheduled episodes till we can like get the server doing well and all that. What if on the flip side of that, we just actually speedrun finish season 2? We don't do a bunch of like extra content. Like we get it down to like 10, 15 episodes, that kind of thing. Probably not 10. And then we just start 3 right when combat comes out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I can play Majin.
That's what I'm saying. Like we just speed run it, and then because like I don't know about you, but I'd love to play combat update. Like it's definitely exciting thought to me. Oh fuck! How many? Can't wait to the new warp menus added. Such an epic change, dude. Shout out the guy who's making that.
Who should I message about help for the server?
Just in the Discord on Bug Report. That would be the easiest way. Oh my gosh, I actually have a lot of form souls. Go figure, I've been farming for a fucking hour. Kinda hope I do. Maybe I should trade up my tier 1 souls, but at the same time, I still want to level my tier 1 full. You know, that's the struggle. Oh my god, I think I might actually have level 2 of tier... I'm not even gonna try to finish that fucking sentence.
Nice stroke, buddy.
Shh. Not stroking anything.
Godzilla, is that you?
I have third form tier 2 level 2. Oh, to help with the server. Just send a message in general chat and I'll get back to you. Okay, third form is strong, but the drain is...
Well, if it isn't Mr. Rice.
Dude, look how cool I look, though. I'm epic. These back spikes, like, I'm hella cool. Yeah, this form does look cool as shit. I need fucking armor. What am I doing?
I don't need it.
Dude, do you think chat announcements do fucking anything, or do you think they're pointless? I lean towards pointless. But do you really think anyone's, like, seeing that fucking chat announcement, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but, like, I really severely doubt their use, you know what I mean? Like, I struggle to imagine that people are, like, jumping at the fucking opportunity. They're like, oh my god. Fucking, oh my god, I forgot my daily missions. Because I feel like more often than not, they're just actually annoying to see in chat. Just flooding the chat. Especially when no one's chatting, you know what I mean?
No, I don't read.
Well, maybe that's the problem. I feel like... So they're always sent in chat, and like if no one's talking, that should be the best time, right? Because there's nothing going on in chat, but like aren't you just gonna ignore them at that point? You're like, oh, okay, anyway. Like, I don't give a shit. Not whatever. And you just like move on. Don't acknowledge it. So basically it's pointless. I mean, I can tell you I've never seen a... like, I mean... There's an announcement right now saying that we're recruiting people, and we clearly aren't getting a bunch of recruits just from that announcement. So I don't know. Maybe it's an idea. Get rid of them for a while. Try them back on later. Who knows? I don't really think anyone cares one way or another, to be frank.
I'm better in Technicolor.
What's up?
Try and better in Technicolor.
Fuck off. Son of a bitch. Why can't I? Oh. Victorian conflict. This is not. Oh. That was the quest I just unlocked. That's the problem with the dailies. Like, I think they're worth doing a lot, to be honest. Like, I don't know. I don't really know how you make them more valuable. Because even if they gave like a shit ton more vouchers, I just think genuinely vouchers aren't useful enough for them to be. Maybe just more Zenny would help. Because you get 100 Zenny per. You get 400 Zenny for doing your daily missions. Wouldn't you say it's a little low? Like, that's not even a fucking quest complete. What do you think about that one? Have you even done your daily missions one time?
No.
Yeah. Probably a sign of that.
I did my punching machine.
You just reminded me. Oh wait, is my third form actually stronger now, even with the multiplier? 2.2 times 1.1.3. Oh, oops. That's division. 2.2 times 1.3. Okay, no, this is still stronger if I charge it up a little. Beat his ass until I have full charge. How much damage did you do to a punching machine? Unbelievable. I just did 21,230. Do you even have your racial state yet?
Yeah.
Wear your gloves. Put them on, bro. Put on the gloves.
I'm not using it. I'm buff.
Yeah, I bet you are. Fucking weakling. Little shrimp, dude. You have a shit ton of health, though. That's funny. Oh my god, you're fucking key, too. What the hell? Wait, never mind. I was looking at my stamina.
Do, 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 do. I'm going to commit jazzercise.
Jazzer.
I don't know why I'm fighting Cell. I really want to have first 4 souls and an okay amount of TP more TP and
Literally all I need to do is get racial state on tier 3 and I'm gonna fucking golden. Except its drain is gonna blow ass. But that's just more spirit at that point is the solution to that problem.
you need more SPI.
Spirit sucks in a weird way. So like I'm using this form. It only drains 400, right? And that's my metal. That's like race states for tier 1. And its drain is eh. But then I get tier 3. It's weaker right away and has double the drain. I feel like we need to significantly reduce. I don't know. Because if you reduce the drain in level 1 and then it just goes up like crazy, isn't that weird? Something to consider.
I consider that your mom's your dad.
What? Fucking say that to me, dude. I'm fucked up, man. I'm a little mad. Gotta peeve me off with that comment, buddy.
KDA was blemished. I didn't look at my stamina. I was punching it with 0 stamina. And then he milli-whopped me. Plus 10, plus 10. I'm using an uncomfortable amount of heals. I'm using like 3. Oh.
Is it time we end the podcast? Is it podcast end? Oh yeah, let's go fight. Warp PvP. Let's try to match BP. Even though that's totally a relative ass number. And we need scouters so we can actually sense each other's BP. That would be epic.
It'd be crazy.
Crazy cool sauce.
It's Mr. Black and Yellow himself, the icebox.
What's your BP? Charge up, weakling.
That's
DK. Go into your racial state. Your racial state is stronger. Or do you not have racial state buffed yet?
I don't have buffed racial state.
Better get that, bro. Go get your ass beat by some Cybermen. I'll just unlock mine next podcast.
Well, don't I need level 2 in my form?
I don't know. Let me go check the how-to video.
Oh wait.
I actually do not know the answer to that off the top of my head. I think you do. Let me go check.
I just got level 2. I forgot about that.
You what?
So I can actually go get that next time.
Oh. I think you do need level 2. Probably.
Yeah, that's the next step in my power trip. Alright, buddy.
What's your BP?
What is my BP? 92,
It's in the top left. I'm stronger than you in my base form. Oh, the Arcosian power trip. Hold up. This is just a visual, so I didn't actually get weaker. Wait, hold up. Let me... Oh, fuck. I can't change my size factor while I'm condensed. Goddamn developers. Assholes.
Wait, hold on. Actually, before we do this, what's your dex? Like, what's your defense from your dex?
7,800. You're actually gonna whoop my ass. You're gonna do 4,000 damage. You do 12,000. Oh, I'm gonna whoop your ass too, though. Cause I'm gonna do like I'm doing basic. I'm doing my damage to you. All right. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, you're doing it. All right. I need to charge my power.
Here, I'm gonna downcharge 1 notch. Yeah, I'm at 93,000. All right, this is like perfect.
All right.
Ready?
You're ready.
3,
Let's do this.
2, 1, go. Get key blasted. Oh my god, you're taking like no fucking damage. This is an incredibly close fight. What?
I'm out of stamina. No.
Me too, bro. Come at me, shrimpy. Fuck, that key wave didn't even fire. Shitty ass key wave. I just realized, did we passive heal here? That's kind of stinky.
Did we?
I kept looking at your share screen. I forgot I have health bar in the top.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down here.
We do passive heal here, with like in 10 seconds. I'm gonna charge down a little bit more. Charging down mid-fight is downright disrespectful. Even Goku wouldn't do that. He just goes in weak. Oh, didn't even have KO fist on. I'm an asshole. Good game, good game, good game. My base BP is almost 100k. That's cool. I really want to add scouters. That would be really fun.
Probably.
Because BP is a kind of cool metric. Like, that was a relatively close. Honestly, if you weren't playing like a monkey, that would have been a close fight. Like, you know, if you actually had decks. Bro, you have like 30 decks. I was doing raw damage to you. It would have been a shocker if you won that fight. I was doing it raw to you, bro. Pause.
Hold on a minute.
I won't hold on. In fact, I'm ending the